Starts tonight. Both teams want to win, but also want to develop young talent. Brent, at this stage, is one goal more important than the other?
Yeah, I think development is first and foremost for each of these teams, Kevin. And sometimes you can learn more from losing than you can from winning. I was always told as a player growing up, when you lose, don't lose the lesson. The team right here with developing young talent needs to make sure that they adhere to that.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Redick and Covington make up the perimeter. Embiid is out there with Dario Saric, and it's Simmons in at the one spot. Now here's Dragic. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, when you have an outstanding point guard that's making outstanding decisions like Dragic does, it can be lethal.
Screen by Saric. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. Back to Saric. Sinks the three-pointer. Saric has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. Johnson the screen. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Saric. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Johnson.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Now here's Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Redick with the bucket.
The quick release of J.J. Redick, expecting the pass, and the defense can't react to that kind of shot.
Dragic dishes to Richardson. Johnson kicks to Whiteside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And mostly with Whiteside on the offensive end, he's there to clean up the misses, finish a play with a dunk.
And the footwork of Whiteside continues to improve. He does a really good job of shielding the ball when stepping through towards the rim and gets himself in great position to collect lobs when the guys on the perimeter find some space in the gaps, and that's a huge target to throw the ball up to.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. And there are a lot of things to like about Hassan Whiteside's game, but one is his focus on his ability to rebound.
Well, so many nights where you look at the stat sheet and Whiteside collecting 15, 18, 20 rebounds. That is a guy who's dominating the glass, and that can give you confidence as a defender that your big man is going to take care of any miss.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And shaking his head moment there, had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
And Simmons kicks to Redick. Embiid with a screen on Johnson. Feeds to Embiid. The dish to Simmons. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And Simmons is totally comfortable near the rim, using his body well to get the shot he wants.
Dragic against Simmons. Outside Dragic. Just 5 on the clock. Over Simmons. And the shot falls short this time. The 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Embiid the screen. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Simmons passes to Embiid. Lets it go. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Kicks it to Richardson. He feeds it to Whiteside. Simmons against Dragic. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Dragic has got his second basket of the game.
Terrific patience around the paint area from Dragic there. Calmly knocks one down from the interior.
Count it.
Look, they're not going to play a perfect game, but so far they are 5 of 5, and the D has to be concerned.
Here's Johnson. The pass to Whiteside. Dishes to Dragic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Worked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. The 76ers leading by 4. And Simmons kicks to Redick. Whiteside against Embiid. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. Simmons with it. Redick inside the line. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range. Well, if my counting is right, they've made 4 of their first 5. That's good.
Miami shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Embiid. And that one misses.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
Now here's Šarić. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And Simmons loves jamming it through, relentless in his attack of the cup.
Dragic kicks to Richardson. Whiteside against Ilyasova. And yes, it's good. Whiteside's got 5 points so far. And before the rebuild, the Sixers for a long time were stuck in mediocrity. Treading water, Greg, as they might say.
Yeah, and it's hard to make that leap without top draft picks. And the Sixers plumbed the depths, if you will. Now, though, I think they found their treasure trove.
Now here's Johnson. Following the missed shot by Dario Šarić. Inside. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Dragic.
Yeah, just not good court awareness there. You cannot afford to be careless. That just leads to bad turnovers.
The 76ers leading. And Redick kicks to Ilyasova. There's the call on James Johnson. That's his first foul. Now here's Simmons. Screen by Šarić. And the wide open shot from Redick. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game. The Heat have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Over Šarić. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. That's 7 points for Hassan Whiteside.
He's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
It's Redick on the wing. Šarić passes to Simmons. Deflects the pass. 5 to shoot. Redick for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. Rebound by the 76ers.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
Šarić has the open look. Off target from 3-point range.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
Whiteside dishes to Dragic. Back to Whiteside. Goes back up. Reverses, and it's good on the layup. Whiteside's got 9.
Man, he's shooting the ball very well, in addition to creating for both himself and his teammates out there on a roll.
Redick with a screen on Dragic. Up off the screen, and Ilyasova throws it down.
And when Ilyasova gets in at the rim, the only thing that's on his mind is how he can finish on a play like that.
And Ersan Ilyasova out of Turkey, the 36th pick back in 2005.
He's carved out a long and nice career as a spread 4 in this league. Has played for many teams, but has not played in many different ways. He's a good shooter and a good rebounder and keeps getting chances in the NBA.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. Olynyk comes in for Johnson. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Ilyasova no good on the free throw. Well, we don't have a chalkboard here to draw it up, but if you could explain it, what's your favorite inbounds play when you really need a bucket?
All right, Kevin, so the guy goes to the right, he comes off the down pick, and then on the backside you run the hammer and you dribble to the right side, you throw along the baseline, but you're looking for the 4-man on the slip, and also the 5-man's popping back for the jump shot. Got it?
I got it. I like the run the hammer. Run the hammer. Here's Fultz after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. And Redick kicks to Fultz. The shot, no good. Dragic with some nice D. Passes it to Olynyk. Here's Adebayo. He's guarded by Johnson. 11 feet away. Redick with the rebound. The 76ers leading by 4. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Dwayne Wade.
Well, JJ works hard to get open, and then the rest of it is about squaring up and getting that form together.
Well, J.J. Redick had quite the interesting free agency period. Greg, ultimately he signs with the 76ers on a huge 1-year, $23 million deal.
Yeah, and this is the team that wanted him. Great fit with his shooting, something that they obviously needed. And Redick had a lot of suitors, but he saw something developing with this young Philly core.
The first one falls.
It feels like J.J. Redick has every part of this game buttoned up, especially when it comes to getting high percentage and quality shots.
And both free throws good for Redick. Brent, you played briefly with the Heat. What was it like coming to this team mid-season and getting to play with a player who is revered by Miami fans in Alonzo Mourning?
Well, the thing that I always thought about with Alonzo Mourning was the intensity with which he played with, and to watch his approach both in practice and in his preparation to get ready for big-time basketball was the most impressive part of having an opportunity to suit up with a Hall of Famer in Alonzo Mourning.
Philadelphia leading by 6. Pass to Fultz. To the left wing, outside, Bellinelli drills it from outside. Bellinelli's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Dragic kicks to Wade. Shoots over Redick. And again, it's the Heat missing. Now the feed to Bellinelli. And here's Fultz. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The turnaround Jay. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And it's an 11-point 76ers lead. Heat have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Miami. The 76ers also with a sub. McConnell's checked in. Now here's Wade. Adebayo passes to Winslow. Screen by Olynyk. Will it go? Winslow's shot is off.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
McConnell with it. Ellington defending. A shot by McConnell, no good.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The shot by Bellinelli, no good. The Heat trail by 9. Heat moving the ball around. Winslow kicks to Wade. Pass to Winslow. Here's Adebayo. Lock at 6. They set the pick. Wade from outside. Rebound by the 76ers. Ilyasova's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. McConnell kicks to Fultz. Ilyasova up top. He dishes it to Bellinelli. McConnell in the corner. Drains it from beyond the arc. McConnell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
It is brutal to try and match up on the perimeter with a team that is this hot.
Ellington kicks to Wade. There's the dish to Olynyk. Feeds it to Ellington. There's Winslow. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Good timing from Winslow. He measured up that shot before the ball even got to him.
Now, here's McConnell. Ellington defending to the right side. Fultz tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Winslow. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
You know, and listen, I have the utmost respect for JJ and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kevin. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
Winslow and Olynyk fill up the forward spots. Wayne Ellington is out there with Dwayne Wade, and it's Adebayo in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Ellington. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. To the middle. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Wade passes to Adebayo. Kicks to Wade. He feeds it to Ellington. There's a good screen. Olynyk has the open look. It's good from long range. Olynyk's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Bellinelli kicks to Johnson. The pass to McConnell. No good on that one. The Heat go the other way with it. Ellington kicks to Wade. Dishes to Winslow. Back to Olynyk. Wade outside. Clock at 6. Back to Olynyk. Shoots over Embiid. And the rejection by Embiid. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. And Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Fultz kicks to Embiid. Passes it to Fultz. Back to Embiid. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Simmons checked in for Philadelphia. Robert Covington comes in for Fultz. The Heat trail by 8. Johnson, the pass to Adebayo. Johnson the screen. The feed to Ellington. Here's Adebayo. 6 to shoot. Here's Olynyk. Simmons pulls it in.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
McConnell kicks to Embiid. Looking to end the drought, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Miami with the foul. And for Joel Embiid, some real tough times to start his NBA career. Greg sidelined, as we know, for the first 2 seasons with injuries. And just when he got going in season 3, he was dealt a knee injury.
Yeah, it has not been easy. And remember, Joel Embiid is so competitive. You know, he came to the game late, but fell for it hard. And this is what he lives for, to be out on the court helping his team compete.
A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Adebayo. Johnson comes in for Olynyk. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Sharch checked in for Philadelphia. And Embiid drops them both. Hey, Brent, you went from player to announcer. What different aspect of the game do you notice now watching it from the booth?
You know, I think it's great just to have the perspective when I'm able to sit courtside, Kevin, and watch everything that goes on outside the play. The reaction from coaches to players and their demeanor, whether they're carrying out their assignments, watch guys on the bench. So much more emotion I can catch sitting on the sidelines next to you.
I bet. Pass to Richardson. Right side a screen. Richardson dishes to Johnson. Whiteside a screen on Simmons. Johnson the pass to Whiteside. 6 on the shot clock. And again it's the Heat missing. The 76ers leading by 10. Embiid the screen. And Simmons kicks to Bellinelli. From 15 feet away. The rebound by Johnson. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
To the inside. And there's Sharch on the assist by Simmons. Sharch has got 5.
I love how Simmons sets the floor. So good at spotting his teammates for high percentage shots.
Right side a screen. Richardson for 3. That shot off. Philadelphia's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Embiid kicks to Bellinelli. Pass to Saric. 14 feet away. Again, the miss by Saric.
Hey, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
Winslow kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Richardson. Feeds to Johnson. Whiteside, a screen on Šarić. And it's Johnson penetrating. And the rejection by Embiid. Here's Bellinelli. Richardson covering. Now Bellinelli. Screen by Šarić. Covington kicks to Simmons. Over Johnson. And that one's good. Simmons. He's got 6.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including the soft mid-range jump shot.
And here's Richardson outside. Richardson missing again. Philadelphia leading by 12. To the inside, Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Johnson with it. He has 5. The dish to Johnson. It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Johnson. In the corner, it's Richardson. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Richardson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Richardson shooting it now from deep. Good touch on the long ranger.
Embiid kicks to Covington. Screen by Šarić. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That'll be his second foul of the game.
They can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Winslow. And the 76ers also making a change. J.J. Redick's checked in for Bellinelli. Now here's Covington. Embiid dishes to Covington. It's hauled in by the Heat. Whiteside's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Richardson kicks to Dragic. Back to Richardson. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Ilyasova, he's checked in for the 76ers. And Philadelphia has possession. They've led by as many as 14 points. And Redick kicks to Simmons. Screen by Šarić. And it's Simmons penetrating. Covington wide open. He fires. Sinks the three-pointer. Covington's got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers. And the Heat call time here.
And for the Sixers, trust the process was the motto. And the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
Now here's Dragic. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. Johnson, the pass to Richardson. He kicks to Whiteside. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. You were talking about the fit for these young Sixers. A bit of a logjam in recent seasons in their front court.
Yeah, I mean, they were in talent acquisition mode, just going for the best player available. And now as they see things taking shape, it's time to try and balance the roster. Oh, great ball movement there.
The Heat trail by 17. Outside Dragic. Whiteside a screen. Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Kicks it out to Richardson. 6 to shoot. Sinks the triple. Richardson's got 6 points.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 6. Ilyasova a screen. Redick against Johnson. And Redick kicks to Šarić. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
The Heat making a switch here. Wade's checked in. Here's Redick. He's got 14. Ilyasova a screen. Here's Simmons. That shot misses. And Miami the other way now. Richardson the pass to Dragic. Right side a screen. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Outside, Simmons. Some solid defense from Johnson. The Heat trail by 14. Wade dishes to Whiteside. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 11.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
Saric just screen on Wade. And Redick kicks to Covington. He feeds it to Simmons. Shoots over Dragic. Simmons missing again. The Heat shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Here's Whiteside. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Outside, Redick kicks it to Simmons. Back to Redick. And the pass to Covington over Whiteside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. For Philadelphia, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And no secret here. This is what you need to do with the lead. Hit your free throws. And they're having a great second quarter at the line.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. Olynyk comes in for Johnson. And Ellington is subbed in for Richardson. Amir Johnson's checked in for the 76ers. Fultz comes in for Ben Simmons. And both free throws good for Covington.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Here's Wade. And it's Wade again missing. Philadelphia leading by 14. Fultz kicks to Covington. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Dishes it to Fultz. Shot clock at 6. Over Dragic. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That's on Goran Dragic.
And the explosiveness of Fultz really is incredible. Just he's effortless in terms of getting where he wants on the court.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And rarely do you see a team trade out of the first overall pick, but that's exactly what the Celtics did with Fultz. Sixers jumped on the chance to move up, and Fultz matched exactly what they wanted to add to this team.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And you know, Greg, for the trade, it wasn't so much a critique of Fultz.
You know, Boston had a playmaker already, and they might not have taken Fultz if they stayed in the #1 spot. And listen, the Sixers were in desperate need of a lead guard, and they got a franchise caliber one in Fultz.
Now here's Ellington. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Now here's Fultz. Johnson the screen. Fultz kicks to Covington over Wade. That's good on the jump shot. Covington's got 9 points. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. It's time now to go courtside as we send you.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome
Show.
back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. J.J. Redick had no problems getting going. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that's all we can do for now. As the
A shot of American Airlines Arena in the lights of Miami, Florida. Welcome back, everyone, to the action here. And as we welcome you back, And here is Simmons kicking off the second half. Here's Brett Brown's foul. Redick and Covington make up the perimeter. Saric is out there with Embiid, and it's Simmons in at point.
And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
That free throw, no good. And Greg, the Sixers want to ease him into it, but they see Ben Simmons not just as a point forward, but a point guard as well.
And he's got all the ability. Think about this. The Sixers haven't had a player 6'10 or taller average over 3 assists since Wilt Chamberlain back in 1967. The second they drafted Simmons, you knew that would change.
So many naturally born playmakers and natural born scorers who have learned to become playmakers. That's kind of an interesting topic. Who do you think right now tops that list?
One guy that's pretty peculiar in that sense, I think, Kevin, is Jeff Teague. You know, so many years of success in Atlanta, but it was built around this team and this system and the fragility of what it was that those guys could do and needed to do for that team to win. I think that Jeff Teague has made himself into a much better playmaker in the NBA.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. Olynyk, he's checked in for Whiteside.
One shot, behind the lanes.
On the free throw, no good.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big Three era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
6 on the shot clock. And it's Dragic off the drive. Tries yet again. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
And Greg, credit the Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades. And don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Redick kicks to Simmons. Saric just screen on Johnson. Here's Simmons. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Yeah, he's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Richardson with the screen on Redick. Redick against Johnson. Johnson left side. Over Saric. A shot by Johnson, no good.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
And Embiid gets it to go.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
Screen by Olynyk. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. And then Johnson with the jam.
Remember, he played the point guard position for most of high school, so Olynyk has retained that vision.
James Johnson, the journeyman forward, the kind of player that can eat up minutes at either forward position, Brent, and just do whatever he has to do to contribute to the team on offense.
Again, one of the guys who last year benefited from an incredible run from the teammates around him, and his skills were on full display. At his size, puts the ball down, shoots the 3, goes in and will dunk on somebody. Played with incredible aggressive mindset last year and became a candidate for one of the league's most improved players.
And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully, they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward.
Outside Dragic, screen by Olynyk. Shot clock at 5. Johnson from outside. That shot is off. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Simmons passes to Saric. Again, the miss by Saric. The Heat trail by 17. Johnson kicks to Dragic. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. 6 points for Goran Dragic.
I just really like how Tyler distributes the basketball, skilled at quickly getting the ball over to the open man.
Here's Simmons, and he goes right over Olynyk and slams it down.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes them.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment.
Start it.
Now a timeout called by Miami. You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
Winslow's checked in for the Heat. And the 76ers also making a change. Bellinelli's checked in. Johnson kicks to Dragic. Screen by Olynyk. From past the arc. No good from Dragic. The 76ers leading by 17. Redick dishes to Saric. It's stolen by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Shoots over Redick. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Johnson's got 7.
You have to respect the quickness of Tyler Johnson. Remarkable at leaking out there and getting free in transition.
And Simmons kicks to Redick. Embiid the screen. They set the pick from deep. And there's Redick. That's good on the assist by Simmons. 17 points for J.J. Redick.
Well, these are the kind of nights you appreciate watching J.J. Redick and his form shooting the basketball, now filling it up.
Passes to Winslow. In the corner, it's Richardson. Heat moving the ball around. Dragic against Simmons. Back to Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Bellinelli. The feed to Saric. Shoots over Winslow. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I think they have been winning the battle of shot selection here in the second half, and that's led to an excellent shooting percentage from the field.
The 76ers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Shooting one.
Brent, one of the tougher things a franchise can go through is transitioning from one era to the next.
Well, the Heat have done a pretty good job, especially with how much incredible attention surrounded the Big Three that was formed down in Miami behind LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and their franchise player in Dwayne Wade. So most teams blow it up, and it takes 7 or 8 years to get back to any kind of prominence. But with Erik Spoelstra and Pat Riley in the fold, the Heat have remained competitive and have some young players to build around.
And Redick kicks to Embiid. Shoots over Olynyk. Embiid, no good. The Heat trail by 19. Outside Dragic. And stolen by Simmons. The finish, and he goes right over Olynyk and slams it down.
How about the activity of Simmons, mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult on the opposition. So good at getting steals.
Johnson, the pass to Olynyk. Johnson, the screen. 6 to shoot. Now, here's Richardson. Defense is right there. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers leading by 21. Pass to Simmons.
The Heat story last year was about some kind of rekindling. At the beginning of the year, really struggling. And then all of a sudden, they just burst into flames. They were right in the playoff hunt. After the All-Star break, an incredible turnaround for Erik Spoelstra and his staff.
Two shots.
And the first one drops.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Wade comes in for Johnson. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And he makes both free throws.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
Here's the screen, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
TO number 5 for him in the game, and that's way too high of a number for any one player.
And the 76ers making a change here. Fultz is checked in. Simmons dishes to Ilyasova. Olynyk with the steal. Now Winslow. Pass to Olynyk. Here's Adebayo. Bellinelli is covering. Adebayo with the bucket. The 76ers leading by 21. Ilyasova a screen. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Bellinelli. This one for 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Dragic with a screen for Wade. Winslow kicks to Olynyk. Wade for 3. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 4th rebound in this one. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Back to Simmons. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. And Ilyasova kicks to Simmons. Embiid the screen. They get a hand on it, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. And some changes here for the Heat. Hassan Whiteside comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and Ellington is subbed in for Goran Dragic. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Amir Johnson's checked in for Embiid. Wade passes to Adebayo. Wade outside. There's the pick. The dish to Winslow. Just 5 on the clock. Good ball movement here by Miami. Tries a three. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Simmons. Philadelphia leading by 21. McConnell with it. He kicks it to Ilyasova. Johnson sends the screen for Ilyasova. Back to McConnell. Ilyasova a screen. Outside, Bellinelli. That one, no good. Now the Heat take it the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul. Heat shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. Now the pass to Adebayo. Now here's Winslow. He feeds it to Ellington. Wade kicks to Whiteside. Dishes it to Wade. There's a good screen.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
That's good from Johnson.
And that versatility that Johnson offers has a huge upside. He's mobile and strong enough that he can defend either front court position, and that's a great tool for any team to have.
And Johnson drops them both. Now the Heat with it. Wade kicks to Johnson. And here's Winslow. Pass to Wade. The feed now to Ellington. Here's Adebayo. Kicks it to Ellington. Three-pointer, Wade. Another miss by Wade.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Johnson the screen. McConnell kicks to Fultz. Pass to Bellinelli. Here's the teardrop, and the layup is up and in. Bellinelli's got 5.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Wade passes to Adebayo. There's a good screen. For 3, Ellington. Bellinelli pulls it in.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Well, Wayne Ellington, the veteran Tar Heel product, has bounced around team to team last few seasons, but Brent always manages to get minutes at the off-guard spot wherever he may go.
Well, a guy for his career that averaged around 20 minutes per game. And why so? Because he could shoot the basketball, capable of drilling shots from the three-point line. Career numbers around 37%. That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
The 76ers leading by 22. Here's McConnell, right wing. And Bellinelli is good for 3. 8 points for him.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Wade passes to Adebayo. Feeds it to Winslow. Wade outside. Pass to Ellington. There's the triple. Wade outside. Rebound by the 76ers. Bellinelli got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. Head coach Erik Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
We're getting us out of stuff. Make hard cuts. Everything with force. Okay? Come on.
And there's Erik Spoelstra asking his guys to play with a little sharper mind, with a little more intent, with more vigor.
And simply put, it's about reaching another level of intensity. When they're attacking, that's when they're at their best.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. They've got Dwayne Wade, Mickey out there with Luke Babbitt. Then there's Wayne Ellington, and it's Magruder in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. McConnell kicks to Anderson. Holmes, that's a screen. Now Fultz, back to Anderson. Holmes, that's a screen. To the left side wing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Miami shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Here's Magruder. He's covered by Anderson. Wade with it. Over McConnell. Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Miami. There's the dish to Fultz. With the floater, and they pick up 2.
And I just love when Fultz goes with that floater, showing a desire to add to his arsenal offensively.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Magruder kicks to Wade. Good ball movement here by the Heat. The pass to Babbitt. For 3. Miami keeping it alive with a new 24. He dishes it to Ellington. Wade against Anderson. They set the screen. Wade kicks to Babbitt. Wade outside. The Heat need to get a shot off. And it's Magruder missing. Philadelphia dictating the flow. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Holmes passes to Anderson. Pass to McConnell. The 3 ball. The shot, no good. The Heat go the other way with it. And it's Magruder in the corner. And it's off from 3-point range. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. McConnell kicks to Anderson. He feeds it to Fultz. Holmes, that's a screen. Johnson can't get it to go.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
Yeah, sometimes the easy play is the right play. You take a chance when you go for that big finish.
And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That is his first foul of the game. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. The 76ers also with a sub. Korkmaz is checked in. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. He kicks to Ellington. Johnson outside. Tries to snap the cold streak. It's good from long range.
Johnson timing that catch and shoot perfectly. He gave the D no chance to get to him.
McConnell with it. Johnson's there. A shot by McConnell, no good.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Babbitt kicks to Magruder. Dishes it to Johnson. Johnson the screen. Pass to Mickey. Now the feed to Ellington. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Holmes.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now. And no excuse for him not drilling that one there. The defense was nowhere to be found. Maybe could have taken a little more time.
And a new group in for the Heat. Olynyk, he's checked in for Mickey. Johnson comes in for Luke Babbitt. Richardson, he's checked in for Rodney Magruder. And it's Dragic in for Wayne Ellington. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Johnson. Shoots over Covington. And again, it's the Heat missing. The 76ers leading by 22. Feeds to Simmons. Pass to Redick. Now here's Simmons. There's the dish to Embiid. And the pass to Redick. Fires the three. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Johnson. Olynyk, a screen on Šarić. Here's Johnson. Johnson missing again. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Covington's shot is off. Miami's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Richardson dishes to Dragic. Lets a floater go. Here's Simmons. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw, no good. Well, Erik Spoelstra known for being a player's coach, but he also isn't afraid to dish out some tough love. With this team in a rebuilding phase, he's had to do that a lot.
Well, I think what he's trying to do is just get the most out of every player on the team, and he lets them know, I'm going to put you in positions, guys, to maximize your potential. Sometimes that can come from tough love, but most of the time it's because they want greatness. That's what the Miami Heat organization is all about.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Johnson, the pass to Richardson. Passes it to Olynyk. Shoots over Embiid. Miami no good on that time either.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And here's Covington from the arc. The 76ers again can't hit it. And for the Heat, they're shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Dragic kicks to Richardson. Up top, Dragic. Guarded by Simmons. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Watching the way Dragic can slice through a defense, it's easy to see why he is one of the better playmakers in the league.
Well, Kevin, over the past 2 seasons, almost averaging 6 assists a ball game. And you think about who it is that he's been surrounded by. There's not a ton of shooting out there. So if the roster picks up a couple of other dead-eye shooters, those assist numbers are going to go up for Dragic.
And the first one at the line is good.
And while Dragic doesn't get to the free throw line all that often, when he does, he's usually pretty good.
Both free throws good from Dragic.
And, you know, last season, it seemed like it was a strong return to form for Goran Dragic. Was able to be more ball dominant when he was on the floor. And that style seems to work to his advantage. And he just seemed more comfortable in his role with this team.
Saric with the screen for Simmons. Redick for three. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And that's now 20 points for J.J. Redick.
Well, you can't let J.J. Redick get hot from there, and he usually starts the game that way, so this could be a long night.
From the baseline, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Simmons got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Greg, with Dragic and his statistical resurgence for several seasons, he had been sharing playmaking duties with guys like Wade and Bledsoe.
And as great as those players are, Dragic is best when he's the lead guard. Seems to be best paired with a shooter. A player's mentality can change when he is or isn't the primary ball handler, and that's been the case with Dragic.
Screen by Saric, and Simmons kicks to Redick. Back to Simmons. Embiid sets the pick for Simmons. Lets it go with a three. The shot by Redick, no good. And here is Johnson. Olynyk, a screen on Redick. And the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I like the way Johnson used the pick and roll that time. Exceptional at getting open off the screen. A little speed burst.
Redick dishes to Embiid. Back to Redick. Simmons left side. Saric right side. Embiid. And it's blocked. Here's Richardson. He feeds it to Dragic. Johnson the screen. Dragic the pass to Olynyk. He kicks it to Johnson. Here's the screen. From deep three-point range, Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 8 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Richardson. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And clearly Erik Spoelstra wants to talk it over.
Tough for Josh Richardson last year to get some consistent play due to injuries that just sort of took him off track, but it definitely slowed up what was looking like a very encouraging sophomore season and still has a bright future ahead of him.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And I just love how assertive he's been at the offensive end tonight. That's really come across in his passing. He's been decisive, knowing just where to go with the ball and making some great feeds. The D hasn't been able to figure out what to do against this guy.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. Johnson the screen. Dragic kicks to Richardson. Dishes it to Johnson. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Good work there as it goes. And despite the injury-riddled season last year, you can see what Richardson provides to a team when he is healthy and when he's ready to go. Solid wing player.
Well, they love Richardson coming out of college as a guy who could play flat-out defense on the wing, and then all of a sudden he stepped up in some big moments 2 years ago and started draining three-point shots. So they feel like they've got a perimeter player in Richardson that's going to make that kind of progression and have that kind of consistency for them in the next few years.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Embiid.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses. The 76ers leading by 17. Šarić just screen on Dragic. Embiid the screen. And Šarić kicks to Embiid. Comes up empty off the pick.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Richardson against Covington. Richardson kicks to Johnson. Takes a shot at the elbow, and he knocks down the jumper.
His release is just so smooth from the mid-range.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Embiid dishes to Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid the pass to Redick. Sinks the triple. Redick's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the 76ers.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Philadelphia.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for J.J. Redick.
Well, he really contributed down there on the offensive end. Seemed like he was hitting anything he was putting up.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Jordan Mickey comes in for Johnson. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Richardson. And Ellington is subbed in for Goran Dragic. McConnell kicks to Bellinelli. Holmes sets a screen. McConnell passes to Johnson. It's deflected. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
Mickey in the post. Johnson on him. Clock at 6. Ellington dishes to Johnson. Launches it. The three-pointer is right on target.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's McConnell. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the pick. Pass to Holmes. 6 to shoot. With the shot. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.